Good morning, and this is Psalm 47, looking at a psalm used in a New Year's celebration for Jewish synagogues, hymnology, and their teachings even today. This was not originally written for that, but this psalm is written again by the sons of Korah. And it is for a director of the music. It's a maskil, or rather, it is not a maskil. It is just a psalm, and it is about God reigning. It is about God, who He is. We can learn, and we sing some songs that reflect the ideas behind this psalm. Psalm 47. Clap your hands. Clap your hands, all ye people, shout unto the Lord with a voice of triumph. And there's another psalm that actually says those things, but clap your hands is the very first verse. The other one is, how awesome is our God. He is an awesome God. He reigns. And maybe this song, our God is an awesome God, He reigns from heaven above, could have been based on this very psalm. I didn't bother to look. But those are the first two verses. And in verse 3 it says, He subdued the nations. God is the one doing that. We need to remember that God is in control and that we should pray for God's will to be done here on earth. He subdues the nations, not military. God subdues the nations, not the strong arm of a nation. Not the U.S. military, not China's, not anyone else's military. God chose our inheritance. This kind of reminds me of what Paul is saying in Acts chapter 17, where he recognizes and points out, reminds people that God is the one who chooses our time and place of birth. He's the one that gives us our air that we breathe. He's the one that gives us the heartbeat and the ability to breathe and the very breath of life. God chose our inheritance, the Jewish authors here recognize and say, and He chooses our inheritance too. We don't know quite what it is, but we do know it's with Him. It's grand, it's glorious, it's wonderful, it's full of pleasures, it's full of a rejoicing, exaltation, and giving praise to God. He chose our inheritance. He ascends up amidst our praise. And verse 6, we need to sing praises to God, for He is the King over all the earth. In other words, He is the King of all the kings. He reigns over all of the nations, and in fact, all the kings of the nations are gods. I think it makes it very clear that God is ruling. God is sovereign. God is over all of the earth, including leadership. Makes us wonder, God was ruler even when someone was president that we didn't like, or maybe someone's president that you don't like now. Maybe things are happening you don't appreciate and you don't like, and I don't think God even likes the riots. God doesn't like destroying people's property. He speaks badly of that throughout scriptures. But it makes it very clear here that He is still God and He is still ruler. So what does this mean for us? Well, we need to give Him praise. What it means for us is that we should always exalt God, for He is to be greatly exalted. There isn't anything God doesn't know. There isn't anything that God doesn't have control of. Even though it seems like things are out of control sometimes, God is still the ruler. And we need to be reminded of that. And what it reminds me of is, as God is the ruler, that He is the one that I need to talk to. He's the one I need to ask help from, and He is the one that I need to lean on and stand on. For sure, He is our Redeemer. He is our ruler. Well, I hope you let God rule in your life today, and I wish you a great day. May God bless you as He rules in your life and as you let Him rule.